First off, Trevor, welcome here.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Now, you started playing guitar in your late 20s.
Yeah,
with an old beat-up guitar, right?
Yeah. I don't even know what kind it was, but it was some old, dried-out thing from my parents' attic. You know what my dad used to use, and it was I didn't know anything about guitars then. Not that I know a lot more now, but it was all the strings were half an inch off the frets, and it was very difficult to play.
Yeah.
Eventually, I bought a cheap guitar from Mother's Music. I was living in Saskatoon at the time,
right?
And I was like, wow, this is a little bit easier.
All of a sudden, you feel like you can play guitar, right?
Yeah.
Do you still have that first guitar?
Actually, it got broke.
Oh no!
On a flight. The head got broke off it somehow. I opened it up and it was broken. But I went and bought the exact same cheap guitar from Long McQuaid in Winnipeg about 4 years ago, just to kind of have it.
What was it like to take a trip to Nashville and seeing that country music atmosphere? What did that do for you as far as like your music career is concerned, but just in general?
It's taken me on a bit of a path that wasn't really expected on the music end of it. At the time I was working, I have a job and stuff, and it kind of took me in the direction to explore, and in that I've met a lot of people in that music business that you find you have a lot in common with, and which has been great. And eventually I moved to Nashville and spent a good part of a year down there just to kind of get better at writing songs. Yeah,
you were studying some of the songwriters that you look up to.
Yeah.
Who were you studying?
Brad Paisley, Toby Keith, Keith Urban.
What are they doing to write songs, to make great songs?
A hook that the mass audience can relate to. Some of those Paisley songs, like they're so hooky, and then how he just layers it around that hook. It's just even if you don't like his kind of sound and his sort of real country sound, like I got friends that aren't into that kind of music, but they listen to those songs like, they're just they're addictive.
Yeah, they're catchy, what they are.
Catchy.
I feel like Moonshine, your single, has that. What was it like writing that song? Where did that song come from? What's behind it?
Most of the songs I write are from personal experience.
Yeah.
But Moonshine is from a real good friend of mine. It was from his experience that he had. He was living out in Ontario, and he had met somebody, an older guy who's making some moonshine. He was kind of an old school type of guy, and for my friend, he said it felt like we were back in the Bush party when we were 16 years old with this guy kind of thing. It was just
Yeah, that song does the same thing for me.
And that's and he was telling me about this at a wedding, when he came back to Manitoba for a wedding that we're at, and I was just like, that's kind of neat. And he actually made the comment, that'd be a good song, eh?
That's cool, man. That's I really dig the sound in that song. Where can we go to find more of your stuff, to see more of Trevor Johnson?
Well, my website, www.trevorjohnsonmusic.com. And from there, there's links. There's a Facebook link. There's iTunes and CD Baby and stuff like that.
Okay, let's get a little off topic here for a second, Trevor. What do you like to do when you're not making music?
I like just hanging out. I have a small little farm that I live on. I just like to fool around on there. Got a little pony on there that my kids ride on, and that kind of stuff. Just because it's relaxing, it's peaceful. There's no one around.
I was reading through your bio, and you like a number of different artists, a lot of different music. I think I even saw Vanilla Ice on there somewhere.
Well, back when I was a kid, like who didn't like that?
That's true. So now if we go through your iPod or MP3 player, whatever you listen to, what's one artist, album, or song that most people that would be like, really? Does he actually have that on his iPod? He listens to that?
And I feel bad because I'm drawing a blank right now on the name of the artist. But it was that Hawaiian guy, that big Hawaiian guy. He had a song over the rainbow. Was it Is? I think his name was.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It was a song, and it's it's just out. Even my wife, she'll be like, like it's sort of out there, but it's a great song, and he did a bunch of remakes, and he plays the ukulele and stuff like that, and I just find it so relaxing, that type of music.
Well, I think we've done enough talking. I really want to hear you play a song. That sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Let's do it.